This is how you treat your cash cow? This is how you treat your savior? This is how you treat the young woman responsible for elevating this unbelievably rancid turd?
Caitlin Clark didn't hold back. In the middle of a crumbling season, she exploded in the locker room face to face with Coach Stephanie White. Screaming, slamming doors, full-blown confrontation. And while Clark's battling on the court, Sue Bird and Tina Charles are sitting on a podcast laughing about her getting physically assaulted. This isn't basketball. This is sabotage. Let's break it down. That slam wasn't just a door. It was a declaration. Caitlin Clark had enough. Enough bad coaching. Enough being ignored. Enough watching her own teammates hijack the offense while she stood in the corner like a decoy. Midway through the game, tensions boiled over. Clark lit up Stephanie White in front of the team. According to insiders, she flat out said what fans have been screaming all season. Bench Mitchell and Howard. They don't pass. That's not diva behavior. That's leadership. She called it like it is. Kelsey Mitchell has tunnel vision. She dribbles the ball like she's allergic to assists. Natasha Howard. She cuts into space like it's 1999 and ignores every basic rule of spacing. Meanwhile, Caitlin setting up plays, controlling pace, and getting frozen out. Clark wasn't brought to Indiana to be invisible. She was brought to lead. And when your coach keeps yanking minutes and drawing up plays that don't even involve your best player, what else are you supposed to do? Smile and nod. Clark snapped. And honestly, it's about time.
There's definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. And it looked like Caitlin Clark definitely had a situation take place where she had a heated exchange with two assistant coaches on the staff.
This isn't just one game. This is every game, every quarter, every timeout. Stephanie White has no plan. Or worse, she has one and it sucks. Her offense clunky. Her rotations delusional. Her use of Clark embarrassing. You don't draft the biggest star in women's basketball. Throw her into the spotlight and then sit her in crunch time. That's not strategy. That's sabotage. White's game plan relies on outdated share-the-ball philosophy that treats everyone like equals. This ain't youth camp. This is pro basketball. And Clark is not just another player. You got a generational playmaker, and you're running plays through Mitchell, through Howard. Please, it's like giving a Ferrari to someone who insists on driving 30 mph in the right lane. And the moment Clark asserts herself, boom, she gets benched, pulled, blamed. The Fever have turned a rising dynasty into a broken locker room circus. And the one person who could actually fix it is the one getting sidelined. If this is the offense Stephanie White's defending, it's time she defends it from her couch because this ain't it. Let's go back to the moment everyone should have realized Stephanie White was never the right coach for Clark. Last season, White went viral for saying the Dallas Mavericks look better without Luka Doncic. Yes, Luka, the guy who carried them to a Western Conference Finals and led the league in scoring. White praised the ball movement, the spacing, the flow, all because the ball wasn't in Luka's hands every play. That take wasn't just wrong, it was a red flag. It showed how White views superstar talent as a nuisance. Now she's doing the same thing to Caitlin Clark. Replace Luka with Clark. Replace Dallas with Indiana. It's the same tired logic. We play better without our best player. Really, it's like owning a 5-star chef and telling him to stop cooking so the interns get more time in the kitchen. This is the WNBA, not a pickup game. You don't win titles by pretending your best player doesn't exist. Stephanie White doesn't want to coach stars. She wants to control them. And Clark isn't going to let that happen. Let's break this offense down with zero sugarcoating. It's garbage. No spacing, no timing, no rhythm. Clark pushes the ball up the floor, ready to create magic. And here comes Natasha Howard cutting directly into her lane like she's the primary option. What are we doing? Then Kelsey Mitchell gets the ball, and it's like the shot clock doesn't exist. Dribble, dribble, contested brick, repeat. And Stephanie White watches it like it's poetry. Clark, on the other hand, is out there scanning the floor, setting tempo, throwing passes her teammates don't even know are coming. But it's all wasted if nobody cuts, nobody screams, and nobody finishes. This isn't a system. It's a malfunction. Clark didn't go from college phenom to WNBA ghost. She's still her. The difference, her coach is allergic to giving her the ball. And don't even get started on ball movement. It ain't movement if it leads to mid-range bricks and shot clock violations. This isn't development, it's destruction. And fans are watching it happen in real time. Let's get real. Clark isn't just playing worse. She's being forced to play worse. Her usage rate has dropped over 20% from her rookie breakout. Her touches are down. Her shots are down. Her assists are flat. But somehow she's still putting up over 17 points and 8 assists a game. Imagine what those numbers look like if she's actually given the keys to the offense. Imagine what happens if you stop running Mitchell as your first option and stop asking Clark to set screens like she's a role player. Clark isn't struggling. She's surviving. Every play she makes is under pressure. Double teams, missed screens, no spacing. And when she misses a shot, boom. Stephanie White uses it as justification to pull her. Meanwhile, Mitchell goes 2 for 13 and still logs 35 minutes. This isn't about stats. It's about suppression. Clark doesn't need more time to adjust. The coach needs to adjust to her. You'd think WNBA legends would want to protect the league's future, but instead they're mocking her. Sue Bird and Tina Charles laughed on a podcast about Caitlin Clark getting fouled, hit, shoved, you name it. They weren't disgusted. They were entertained. Tina even reenacted the hit. Sue just laughed along. This isn't commentary. It's clown behavior. These are grown women sitting in front of mics acting like high school bullies. The WNBA already has a problem with protecting Clark. Now its legends are making it worse. And here's the kicker. Sue Bird is the managing director for Team USA. That means she helps decide who makes the Olympic roster. You think she's putting Clark on that team? Not after this. She's too busy laughing at her injuries. It's petty, it's transparent, and it's pathetic. Let's talk about leadership, or the total lack of it. Clark has been elbowed, shoved, blindsided, and hit. No flagrant, no suspension, no action. Commissioner Kathy Angelbert silent. Adam Silver missing in action. They call it physical basketball. That's rich. Physical basketball doesn't include punches to the back or teammates trying to hump you in celebration. And yes, Sydney Carlson knows exactly what she did. This league protects its vets, not its stars. It's scared of backlash, scared of Twitter, so they let Clark take hit after hit like it's part of the job. It's not. It's cowardice. This silence speaks louder than any post-game quote. And if it keeps up, they're not just going to lose Clark. They're going to lose the fans who showed up because of her. Let's kill the dumbest narrative out. There, the Fever are better without Caitlin. Oh, really? Because one game where Natasha Howard got hot suddenly proves that. Come on. That's like saying your team is better without electricity because you won one game during a blackout. The Fever without Clark is a boring, slow, mid-tier mess. No highlights, no flair, no identity. When Clark plays, the team has purpose, energy, spacing, threats. But sure, hang your hat on one Commissioner Cup win. Let's ignore the dozen games they've lost with Mitchell chucking shots and Howard cutting into defenders. The only reason anyone talks about this team is because of Caitlin Clark. Anyone claiming otherwise is either blind, dumb, or dishonest. Sue Bird is now running Team USA. And let's not sugarcoat it. We know exactly what that means. Caitlin Clark. She's already being lined up for exclusion. The writing is on the wall. They'll trot out the same tired excuses. She's too young. She hasn't earned it. She needs to prove herself. Meanwhile, they'll hand over roster spots to players who've done nothing but badmouth her, cheap shot her on the court, and laugh about it on podcasts. It's not about qualifications. It's about ego, and we see through it. Clark doesn't need Team USA to prove anything. She's got the numbers, the game, the fans, and more star power than the entire roster combined. EuroLeague would cut her a 7-figure check without blinking. She could go international tomorrow and still have more eyes on her than the WNBA Finals. And let's be honest, if they do leave her off that Olympic roster, it won't be because she's lacking. It'll be because the gatekeepers in this league are terrified of what she represents. She's not one of them. She's not part of the clique, and that scares them. So go ahead, keep pushing her out. Keep pretending she's a problem. The world already knows the truth. The real star isn't sitting behind a microphone giggling. She's out on the court dropping dimes, drilling threes, and carrying the weight of a league that doesn't deserve her. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is done. Stephanie White is not the coach Caitlin Clark needs, and everyone who's been watching knows it. This experiment has failed. Her game plan is busted. Her thinking is outdated, and she's too stubborn to change. She doesn't want a leader on the floor. She wants a puppet who stays in line and follows orders. That's not Clark. Never has been. Caitlin Clark is a franchise player. She's the kind of athlete you build around, not box in. You don't put a Ferrari in a school zone and expect fans to cheer. You don't muzzle your top scorer and then blame her when the team crashes. Clark doesn't need more time. She needs control. She needs teammates who understand movement, a coach who lets her drive the pace, a front office that values winning over proving a failed system works. The Fever have one shot. Fire Stephanie White or prepare to lose the best thing that's happened to this franchise in decades. That's it. There's no middle ground here. Because if this continues, Clark isn't just walking away from Indiana. She's walking away from a league that failed her at every level. And if that happens, it's not on Clark. It's on everyone who stood by and let it happen. Let her lead or lose her forever. Clark deserves better. If you agree, hit like, drop a comment if Stephanie White needs a go, and subscribe because we're not letting this slide.